Oh, hello, my precious micro center. Let me in. But that's not subject to today's video. I'm here. Can I get a shot of it? I don't even know if I'm filming it. I can't really tell. Oh, there we go. Now I can see it. I'm here at Bob Evans, obviously. Longtime fans of the channel know that I have been here before, and I've only ever had the peanut butter pie. And I even said in that video that's like, I might want to try something else here someday. Well, today's that day. Oh, a little dark there. So I'm here at Bob Evans. I'm just going to go in there, get a gaggle of food. See, I looked on the menu online. They got some good stuff. It definitely seems like a breakfast place more than anything, but they got some other food I'm going to try. But yeah. So this is just a simple restaurant review of Bob Evans, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm excited to I'm going to go in there. I think I got an appetizer. I'm going to get 3 entrees and then a dessert that's not the peanut butter pie. So we'll go in there, see what we think. Let's just see how good Bob Evans is. Does it stack up to all these other casual dining like Applebee's and whatnots, you know? Let's see what we think. Let's go into Bob Evans. I have bought their stuff in the store before, but it did not turn out well. So let's see how the real restaurant is. I'm blabbering. I'm rambling on. Let's get in there. Okay, so I just put in the order. I got some chili cheese fries, the country biscuit breakfast. You know, while I got my menu, let me read all this to you. Chili cheese fries, pretty self-explanatory. Country biscuit breakfast, biscuit topped with 1 egg, crumbled sausage, country gravy, and cheddar cheese, served with hash browns, home fries, or seasonal fruit. I got hash browns. The double cheese pot roast dip. Pot roast, caramelized onions, and American and provolone cheese on sourdough with beef gravy for dipping. Kind of like a French dip, but maybe like a little more American of a French dip. And then the chicken and noodles deep dish dinner, house-made chicken and noodles and mashed potatoes atop a freshly baked buttermilk biscuit. That sounds good. Then I'm getting some double crust apple pie as well, but again, pretty self-explanatory in that one. They do serve you water in the mason jar, which gets a lot of brownie points for me. I'd only drink out of mason jars if I could my whole life, but now the food's in. Let's wait for it to get here. Okay, I'm not gonna go as crazy as like with the fucking slow-mo and shit like I do with the Eat the D, but here's like an overview of everything. Sandwich, chili cheese fries, whatever the breakfast thing was, and the chicken thing. I can't remember what it was called. What? Okay, let's start with the chili cheese fries, because I know cheese fries don't keep for long. Looks like a bean-based chili, some cheese, and fries. And piping hot. The chili cheese fries are really good, but I would say they're more so chili fries than chili cheese fries. It's good chili. A lot of beans, a lot of meat. And it tastes good. Goes good with the fries, but there's just like not a lot of cheese. I'm sure it's like blended in here and melted in here. But even so, it's not really coming through on the taste at all. So with that in mind, just be aware you're probably getting more chili fries than chili cheese fries. That being said, they are still pretty good. Alright, let's try this breakfast thing. I think this might be what I'm most excited for. Here we go. Here's like some sausage pieces in here. Okay, so I think I was a little too excited for this. It's kind of bland. The biscuit's good, but everything else, I don't know. It's just kind of not a lot of flavor there. The sausage is fine, but again, I can just not really taste a lot of it. Let me get another bite. I'll just finish this one off. Overall, not very impressive at all. Like, the biscuit was the most prevalent thing, which is kind of crazy considering sausage is in this, and sausage is always just like very strong flavor and everything. Yeah, that was marked. By no means did I like. It didn't taste bad. It just didn't really taste like anything. So I'd pass on that if you ever come to Bob Evans. Pass on the country breakfast biscuit thing. I don't know. Let's try these hash browns. These are correct hash browns. Not like the McDonald's ones. The ones that are, I like these like shredded ones that you have to eat with a fork. Hash browns are fine. They're just like normal hash browns. I've had better, most definitely, but I've also had worse. So hash browns are passable. Let's try this biscuit. Let's break things up. I got decided 2 biscuits somehow. And a big old pile of butter for them. Ooh. Alright, that was the biscuit dry. Let's butter it up a little bit here. Biscuit's fine. It's overall just like a solid biscuit. It, in no way does it compare to the biscuits I had at Fixes and Gravy last week. Link in the description, but it's a fine biscuit. Not a lot to complain about. And now let's try this chicken noodle dumpling thing. Real thick noodles. Fuck. I'm fucking this up beyond belief. I do have a spoon. Since I almost need a spoon to eat this. So, this is pretty much just like chicken noodle soup with a biscuit and mashed potatoes in it. And it honestly, I just like think of it as like a deconstructed chicken pot pie. So it's fine. I actually kind of like it. I like it a lot more than that breakfast thing I had. It's a little salty. Chicken comes through good. I love these like big old thick noodles. It's like a really short but thick noodle. And the texture on that's like great. Just had a bite with the chicken in it. Honestly, the worst part about it is the chicken. It's like, it's not very good at all with the chicken. But honestly, we stayed away from the chicken bites, which are, doesn't look like there's a lot of chicken in there. At least I had like a big old chunk of chicken. I might have had it before and it just didn't come through as prevalent because it wasn't as big of a chunk. I don't know. Yeah, I like that more than the breakfast thing, but still not like worth writing home about by any means. Potatoes are good. Carrots are good. Yeah, like I said, imagine like chicken noodle soup with just a biscuit and mashed potatoes in it, and that's what it is pretty much. So kind of hard to mess that up when on paper. Now let's try this sandwich. Well, let's try these onion rings first. I'm focusing on that onion ring. Ah, fuck it. I'm getting pretty full, so I'm only gonna eat one. But pretty good onion rings. It's nice and salty, and this is like at least that onion ring in particular. I found another one. Okay, I want another one because this is like some of the most like thick onions in an onion ring I've ever had. Typically, when you get onion rings, it's like just a little tiny strip of onion and then like a pile of batter on top of it. This is honestly probably like 50% batter, 50% onion ring. It's real thick. I think that flavor comes through really well. Very oniony, nice crunch of the batter. Solid onion ring. And I'm not a huge onion ring guy, so for me to like these as much as I do, it's kind of high praise. I don't hate onion rings, but it's just not my favorite side. But it's either these or fries. I'm already getting chili cheese fries, so I figured, why not get the onion rings? Alright, last but not least, this sandwich. I'm going to pass on the pickles. Get a crop. My hands are so greasy from this. It's like a grilled cheese thing. There, get the cross section there. Oh, look at how good that looks. Alright, let's try it without the dip first.
Okay, so without the gravy dipping, it kind of tastes like corned beef or sauerkraut. Like it's got like that kind of sour flavor. Sorry, got shit stuck up in my jaw. Yeah, it tastes like corned beef, sauerkraut. Typically not a flavor I'm a fan of. But then once you dip it in the gravy, that helps mellow that out a little bit. It makes it a little more palatable for me. And then it's got like it said, what did I say, like cheddar and provolone on there? It's like, I can't taste that at all, at least on the chunk I had. So that's not coming through a lot. I don't mind the sandwich. I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world by any means, but yeah, it's fine. Out of the dishes so far, I'd say it goes chili cheese fries is the best, then probably the chicken thing, then the sandwich, and then the breakfast item thing. Yeah, and if we're counting the onion rings and the biscuits, onion ring would fall directly under the fries for sure. And then the biscuit, I don't know, probably below the chicken soup thing. Now let's get that pie. Hey guys. Here's the... Hold on. There we go. Here's the double crust apple pie. I don't know, something like that. I can't remember. Whatever, it's apple pie. That's what matters. I remember I went to this place in Missouri. I cannot remember what it was called. I used to know, and I used to know recently, but I can't remember it at this point in time. But I got a Dutch apple pie there, and it was so good. And I've been chasing that high ever since. Not that this is Dutch apple, but this is whipped cream, not ice cream. Oh, big bite. Okay. So that pie is by far and away the best thing I've had here today. It was so, the apples, you got good apple flavor, the cinnamon's great, whipped cream adds a little bit, even more touch of sweetness, the pie crust was perfect texture. It wasn't as good as that Dutch apple pie or whatever it was I was talking about, but it wasn't far off, honestly. That was a pretty good fucking pie. So what do we think about Evans? Stick to the pies? I wouldn't say it's bad by any means. Hold on. By no means would I say it's bad, but everything here was like maybe like a 6.5 to 7 out of 10 at best, and everything else falls below that, like the exception of the pie. And same with that Reese's peanut butter pie. That's really good too. So maybe going to Bob Evans, we would just get the pie and bounce and go somewhere else to eat. But I gotta box up all my food, so that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Make sure, if you like the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all your food and gaming needs. And comment. Let's talk in the comments. Have you been to Bob Evans? What do you think of all their food, their pie, the frozen stuff you can get at the store? Anything Bob Evans, let's talk about. Even if it's not Bob Evans, let's talk about it. Let's free ball in the comments. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Appreciate your time and attention. As always, see you in the next one.
I know I'm moving through life like it's a runway. I'ma live life in style and paint this life like a masterpiece. There's no bringing us down, and we don't know what tomorrow holds, so we gon' live right now. All we know when we pull up, God, I'm saying this.